Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Today we're doing 3 for 1. I just didn't see the point of reviewing the 3 of them separate. So I figured I have them all at once. Why not just do one big review for the 3? It is the Bandai Power Rangers Legacy, Power Rangers in Space, Black, Red, and Blue Psycho Rangers. This isn't the first multi-review I've done, I've done figures from 2 multi-packs together, and I did the Dino Charge Wave 1 all together as well. I just reviewed them all in one wave. I didn't see the point of separating them out. I got these guys from my local comic shop, Comics Plus. Thank you for hooking me up with these guys. The Psycho Rangers were very weird. They were kind of hard to get, because these 3 released together in a wave with Abba Killer, aka Dino Thunder White, who I reviewed a while ago. And then they released with just Red and Blue in Dino Thunder White. And Black was like by himself and hard to find. You like had to go to Entertainment Earth or something to get him. And then they just released all 3 Psycho Rangers like together, I think. And then they mailed out each in waves of 6. So if your shop ordered Black, you got 6. If you ordered Red, you got 6. If you got Blue, you got 6. And that's how I got them. My shop just ordered a 6-pack of each. A case of 6 for each. That's what they had to do. Because that's how Bandai was releasing them. Because they were like, if we're going to lose the Power Ranger license, we might as well reissue everything and destroy the collectible value. But that meant I could get these guys for a release price instead of $30 each. So that's nice. At least. I mean, it ruined the value on my Mighty Morphin Green Ranger, who was going for like $90 at the time. But still. Not like I was going to sell them anytime soon anyways. But here we have the Psycho Rangers. All the same sculpt, but with different paint. It's just paint that adheres to their color. And then they all have different weapons. And we're going to take a look at each individual figure. At least for detail paint and accessories. So here is Psycho Black. He was a pretty cool Psycho. I love his staff. I adore his staff. I'm going to show you his accessory first. He has this 2-pronged bident with like a blunt end. He holds it very well. It's big enough for him. It's a big, nice weapon. Because the Psychos were originally going to come with an Alpha 5 Build-A-Figure, and I'm glad they didn't. I'd much rather have the weapons than an Alpha 5. Plus, I already have the 2017 Alpha 5 in sections form, so I'm fine without a Classic Alpha. If they released a single Classic Alpha for the Lightning series from Hasbro, I would love that, but yeah. So, I think he looks good. Just the sculpt for the Psychos in general is really good. It doesn't really reuse any parts. It might reuse like this part of the arm, but that's like it. The rest is all just for Psychos. They decided not to release pink and yellow, which really pissed me off, because now I have an incomplete Psycho Ranger team. I do have Silver, who's the fake Psycho, and I have Green, who's the comic book Psycho. And I've reviewed both of them. I got them shortly after they came out. But they were event exclusives, except Silver, who was for a short while also an Entertainment Earth exclusive. So definitely check out those reviews if you want to see how different they are. They're not that different, spoiler alert. But he looks good. They gave his regular black like a nice shiny black instead of the regular matte black that he has on him. He's got the black in the legs. So it's 2 different blacks to really kind of help separate him out. But at the same time, he's also a little inaccurate, because in the show he had like a little silver line separating the black there and a little silver bit on the head, just to kind of separate the black a little and give his design a bit more pop. And the figure is missing that tiny bit of silver, which most people wouldn't notice, but I'm a Toku freak. I'm even making my own Toku series right now called Toku King, which you can support on Indiegogo. Link in the description below. Gotta pimp myself out, But, I mean, he's pretty cool. He's still a very cool figure. And then Red and Black are pretty much exactly the same, except they are a bit more accurate, because they didn't have the silver line like Black did. So here's Red, Psycho Red, whose alien form costume was reused in Lightspeed Rescue as the first villain they fought, the fire monster dude. And he has kind of a sword, cool alien sword, you know, powered by Dark Spectre, approved by Andromeda. Very nice. You know, he looks good as well. He's got the red where the red's supposed to be. Just a very nice looking figure. You know, I think the Psycho Rangers are some of the better figures that came out of this line. I think if the line didn't have Build-A-Figures, it would have been better. But I kind of like most of the Build-A-Figures that came out. I really like my Astro Megazord Build-A-Figure. So. And then here's Blue. As you can see, he's just the same thing but blue. Got that blue butt. And then he has this really cool axe. I really like axes. I'm a big axe fan. At least for single-handed axes, I'm a big axe fan. So, that's really cool. The only weapon I like more than single-handed axes would be scythes. I love scythes. But it's fully painted and everything as well. Very, very cool. And since I'm holding Blue, I'll show you articulation on him, because once again, it is all the same. Up and down on the head, side to side on the head, ab crunch, waist swivel, up and down, forward back, bicep, double elbow bend, wrist swivel, forward and back on the wrist, in and out on the leg, forward and back on the leg. I didn't know it would squeak. Thigh swivel, double knee bend, up and down on the foot, ankle pivot. So, kind of Marvel Legends-y, sorta, but not entirely, because Marvel Legends, they don't really have the rotating joint here that these do. That theirs is more of a hinge peg. So, yeah. Plus they often have a boot cut. He doesn't have a boot cut. But still, pretty cool. Pretty cool. You know, I still stick by my statement that the Psychos are some of the better figures from this line. After these, the only one that I haven't reviewed would be Lord Drakon, because I kind of don't want to open my Lord Drakon, to be completely honest with you. I might one day, like, if his price goes down, I'll probably pop him open. But for right now, I think I'm just going to keep Lord Drakon in package, because I promised I'd review him a while back, and then I never wanted to open him. I simply never wanted to open Lord Drakon, so that's that. But now we're going to get into some size comparisons. I'm just going to show red in size comparisons because, once again, they are the same exact sculpt. 0 deviations, just different paint and accessories. But first, before I show them with other Rangers from the line, because at the time of recording this, we still have a little less than a month to go before the Lightning series hits, so I don't have that yet. But I do have these other 6-inch Toku characters. One, a hero, for now, on the left. Kamen Rider Zeo, or Geo, however you want to pronounce it, build armor from the Rider Hero series. So he's out here chilling, maxing, relaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. So if you want to have him fight a Kamen Rider, the Rider Hero series fits very well with him. And if you want to have him alongside an Ultra character, here he is with Bimular from the Ultraman manga. And since he's a manga character, he is more human-sized. So this is a more accurate representation. And he's on a stand because, 1, he always floats, and 2, his feet aren't really designed for standing. He is a floating character. But now I'm going to show him with some Rangers. And here he is with some of the other 6-inch Legacy Rangers. Here on the left, one he would have had a hand in battling. Black in Space Ranger. Of course, Black in Space Ranger mostly fought with Psycho Black, but whatever. And then on the right, just to show him with a female sculpt, we have one of my favorite Power Rangers of all time, Dino Thunder Yellow. I didn't want to show another in space, but, I mean, they're all really about the same size. They reuse a lot of parts, so that's that. So what are my final thoughts on the red, black, and blue Psycho Rangers from Bandai America's Power Rangers Legacy 6-inch line? I like them. The figures that didn't have Build-A-Figure parts were easily the best figures that they made. Like the GameStop exclusive Armored Red Ranger, or the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger. They didn't have BAF parts, so they had more accessories and etc., and therefore were better figures. Now, this line as a whole left a lot to be desired. The figures I thought were cool. Sure, they had their problems, but what line doesn't? But I thought the handling of this line was not very good. We got... You see, the thing is, if you're going to release things as teams, You need to commit to completing teams. Wave 1 had the main 3 Ninja Storm Rangers, and they never made Thunder Rangers or the Samurai Ranger. Never got them. They were Wave 1, and we never saw another Ninja Storm Ranger after that. They did the Mighty Morphin Rangers twice, each minus the 2 specials. Twice. Just metallic re-releases. And yes, I know that the Mighty Morphin Rangers did have a metallic form in like Season 3 or something. But come on. Come on. They're Rangers. We want to see their special weapons. I'm glad the Lightning series isn't going to have Build-A-Figures and they're going to focus more on detail and accessories, which is smart, because when it comes to Power Rangers, detail is very important. Lots of Rangers really just have the same bodies, they're just a different color with a different head. So the more detail and accessories that makes each figure feel unique, then the more figures we will buy. This is pretty much just the same figure that I paid $20 each for, just in a different color with a different accessory. Would I have been willing to get 5 Psycho Rangers like I did if they didn't all have different weapons and weren't my favorite Power Ranger villains? Probably not. The average casual Power Ranger collector probably would not have bought all 5 Psychos. They probably wouldn't even have touched Silver and Green. But anyways, that's my little rant about how this line ended. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I will be seeing you all later.